What's going on, guys? OddManMC back at you with another episode of Today in Minecraft, and today I'm going to show you 3 different paths that you can use in your Minecraft worlds. This first path is very similar to the one that we built in our pallets video, so if you haven't checked that out yet, I highly suggest you go and look at it, because pallets are a great way to add just a little bit more contrast to your builds. So the first thing we're going to do to get this path going is we're going to extend this existing path down this way. Take out some of the grass blocks and add some path blocks in. And I love the addition of the path blocks into the game because they add just a tiny bit of depth and a tiny bit of texture to this build. Whoops. And they just do so much for us. And I love the color contrast between this and the green. So once our path is kind of generally laid out, we can start going in with the additional blocks. I'm going to come in with my oak log blocks. You can see the palette down in my hotbar. Right now I've got oak logs, I've got oak planks, stripped oak logs, the oak fence, and the other various oak items such as the slabs and the stairs and a couple other things like our lantern. So our oak logs are there. They're our main focus for this path, but overall you can kind of see it already taking shape. Next, I'm going to come in with our stripped oak logs, and we're just going to add these as just a little bit more texture to it. Like existing oak planks were there, or oak logs were there, but they kind of got worn down over time. And I love the use of these because they just add some contrast to what we already had going on in the path. And you can also do the same thing with these oak slabs, so they can kind of exist off the edge of these and just kind of give you some direction. You can also use them as makeshift stairs, which I really like the use of these for, because then you don't get the bulkiness of the stairs, but you get a little bit more just kind of contrast with it. I use contrast a lot. I'm sorry for repeating myself. And then we're going to come in with the stairs. Now, since we use the slabs and the stripped oak logs, I'm not going to use a whole lot of the stairs, but they do add just a little bit more to it. And I like the look of them in contrast with the rest of the blocks. They do have the same color form as the slabs, but they still add just a little bit more to it. One block I forgot to get was my trapdoor, my spruce trapdoor. This is my favorite block in the game, and it just looks so cool. So we're going to add that in because the spruce adds just a little bit of a different color to the existing oak, and you can see it already is taking shape. Next, we just need to add the oak fences in like this, and I like to vary the size of these oak fences so you can add them as like lamp posts or adding the lanterns underneath, just like so, and maybe make this one like 3 high. And then we can add maybe one here, and you could add like an existing log maybe right here, and then just put a lantern on top, and then we just add our lanterns in like so, and this path is pretty much done. There we go, leading all the way up to our French style house. I think this looks pretty good. There's so much more you can add to this path, but for now, this one is done. Our next path is going to be more of a ruined style path. So the same idea as the last one, we're just going to map out the direction that we're going over here at our fantasy tower here in our creative world. And I'm just going to take these out at random and just kind of bring it on down this way. You can make these curve any which way you want, but overall this can look any way you want. Honestly, you just take these designs with liberty and do whatever you want to them. All right, now that my general pathway is set up, I'm going to use these stone brick blocks as my kind of like my oak logs in the previous path design. We're just going to use them to kind of lead up here to the build, but they just kind of add a general power. And I don't like the way this looks, so I'm going to move this over. And again, you can change this as you go. I like to use it more as a directional block for paths. They just kind of take you to where you're going, and then you kind of fill it in a little bit more. And I like to use half slabs to kind of add some contrast with the path blocks. We can also add some stairs as well, and I'm going to show you why I like to use stairs in a second. We'll add some slabs there for some easy access going up that way, and we'll add, let's say, add a stair going this way, and maybe one right here and right there. I think that looks good so far. Next, with these cobblestone walls, I like to use them for lampposts, but I also like to use them coming off of the blocks like so, and you can vary them in different heights and different patterns going in different directions, just like so. They're just nice to add some texture and just add a little bit more to the build like this, and you can see they're already adding some direction leading up to the door, and then I'm just going to vary the height of these as well for some blocks as well, just to add our lamp posts and such like that. I also went ahead and grabbed some smooth stone slabs because we're going to use these like we did the oak slabs in the last path build, and use these to kind of vary the height of the blocks as we go up to this. And maybe I'll add one right there because they're easy to move over, but they don't take away much from the build. And then lastly for this, I think we just need to add the lanterns, and then I like to add some water here because it kind of reminds me of like puddles in the ground if you're walking through the path. So let's say that it rained, and it rains all the time in Minecraft, you guys know that. So these kind of act as some makeshift puddles in the game, and I love the fact that we can waterlog stairs to get this effect. And then we just need to add some lanterns, and then this thing is done. And actually, I lied. I did not want this to be done because we're actually going to go through with some spruce leaves and add a little bit more ruinedness to it. And the great thing about these leaves is you can easily use it to hide lighting within your builds. I like the look of spruce leaves the most because I think they just have a little bit better color than like the oaks or the birch, and they just look very nicely. And again, hiding lighting is key because instead of using carpets or anything like that, you're easily able to add some extra light and detail without distracting from the build like so. I think this makes it look a little bit more ruined and just adds so much more, and I really enjoy it. Now this last path, I don't have any buildings made of these materials, but I am using the polished granite, the bricks, brick slabs, granite stairs, brick stairs, and then some acacia fences because I think it's a nice contrasting color with the rest of the granite. And I don't see granite and bricks get enough love in Minecraft, and I think they're really nice blocks. But I'm going to use the exact same pattern that I did with my other two paths because I think you guys are getting the idea if you've watched this far in the video. And if you watched this far in the video, please comment down below brick slab. That way I know that you made it this far. But I'm going to go ahead and make this path, and I will see you guys in a second. And there we go. This is complete. I really like the look of this build, and it adds just so much texture using the granite and the brick blocks together. And I threw in some brick stairs everywhere because you could easily fill these in with some water to make it look like there's some puddles as well. But it's got a nice general flow up to this area, and maybe we'll build something out of these blocks as well and use this palette to make a building here. I would really like to do that, but this just kind of gives you a general idea of how to use these blocks and how I like to use them. And I hope you guys got something really nice out of these paths. All right, guys, that is all the time I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you got something out of this. And if you did, please let me know. And don't forget, if you made it this far in the video, comment brick slab down in the comments. And always remember, if you liked the video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more, and always hit that bell so you know when I'm releasing content. I am trying to stream on Twitch a little bit more often, so go follow me on Twitch if you have not yet, and I will see you guys in the next one. Always remember, the most important thing is to be odd and wash your hands. Peace, guys.